Hi everyone, happy Tom Ford Tuesday, where Tuesdays are dedicated to Tom Ford beauty. So I'm back as promised to share the rest of the Rose Exposed collection with you. Previous video, if you haven't seen it, please check it out, where I shared my initial review on the eye color quad and created a couple of looks for you. So today I'm going to create some more looks because I've been using her, and I'm going to share the rest of the collection. We're going to do some comparisons, all the details, all the things. Let's get into it, shall we? How's your 2025 going? We're 2 weeks in almost. How we doing? 2025 has been an interesting one so far for me, but you know what? I have still always so much to be grateful for. Never let the bad overweigh the good, because there's always going to be more good than bad. Remember that. So let's have an amazing day, let's have an amazing week, and let's have an amazing 2025. So happy Tom Ford Tuesday, everyone. You know, the full face is Tom Ford as usual. Everything we talk about, I'll have listed and linked down below in the description box. So let's get into the other pieces of the collection that I now finally have in hand. Let's start off with the Rose Lip Oil Tint. I like the packaging. I love this color. The color is gorgeous. So the lip oil is described as an exquisite limited edition lip oil with a lightweight feel that glosses lips in a luminous rosy gleam for a non-sticky petal soft pout. They also say that it's a gel-like lip oil infused with coconut oil and vitamin E, bringing cushiony comfort to the lips. The sensorial formula glosses the lips with the gleam of a rose at full bloom. This is something that you can wear all on its own, or you can wear it over top of one of your lip products. Quick side by side, because, you know, check her out beside the previous lip oil tint. Are they called the same thing? Yeah. Rose Lip Oil Tint. They're both got the same names. Okay. But from what I can see, the newer one definitely has more of a pinkier tint than the previous one. And I love these. I purchased multiple of these, and I find the formula to be really, really good. So I have to assume that they're the same thing, because they're saying that they're the same based on the names. So what I really, really like most, other than the formula, is I find this applicator to be really great. It hugs the lips with the shape. Let me swatch it. I don't really think... Now you see, it has a tint, but I don't really get much of a tint. This one definitely looks a lot more clear, but it also has a tint. And yeah, you're not gonna, they both look the same. They both literally look the same. Yeah. They both look the same. So if you did not get a chance to get the first one, here you go, you got another chance. Let's move on to the lipsticks. For now, I'm just going to share the details with you and the colors and all of that, and then I'll do lip swatches and comparisons towards the end after we do our looks from the palette, okay? So stay tuned. But as always, please know that I always have timestamps in the description box, so you can just directly click them, or on the screen, that little toggle, you can just see. Nice and easy, everything's there for you. So here we go. Lipsticks. This collection has 2 lipsticks. These are the 2 shades. I believe these are new. I know I'm supposed to know these things, but I do believe that these are new shades. Not to say that I don't think they're comparable to some shades that we already have, but we'll get into that in the comparison portion. So again, when you open her up, it's got that same detail on the packaging. Oh, and I did get mine from Nordstrom. So packaging all is cohesive, and look, there we go. Beautiful. Really, really pretty packaging. So here's the shade Impassioned. This one, it's giving that red, but with depth. I really can't wait to try this. And then West Coast. This is the one I'm really excited about. You know, I love colors like this. These lipsticks are said to deliver a classic petal soft texture in richly pigmented hues. And the formula moisturizes your lips for up to 12 hours of fade-resistant color. They're presented in the Rose Exposed inspired packaging, and each shade delivers an impeccable polish and irresistible glamour. Sounds good. Made in Belgium. Lip oil is made in Italy. Lipsticks are made in Belgium. And the quad is made in Italy. So all the details, all the things. So we've got those details out of the way. Let me bring you nice and close. I'm going to create some more looks with the quad. We'll do swatches of everything on the lips, and then we'll do some comparisons. Again, the full face is Tom Ford. I just went up with concealer on the lid. I still love my Emotion Proof eye primer very much, but I don't know. I have my moments. Okay, so I've been reaching for the palette. I've been creating my looks with it. I've been having a lot of fun with the palette, and it still actually looks pretty good. All of the little flowers are still pretty intact. You can probably tell that this color has been used the most. I really love how pretty that pink is. But yeah. So in our first video, I created 2 looks, and I'm going to create 2 more. With my Tom Ford number 11 brush, I'm going to go in with the darkest shade. I'm just going to pack that all over. Now, I'm going to apply this all over the lid. Can't get my words together. I'm going to do a swatch refresh of this eye color quad. And I'm going to show you the swatches dry, and then I am going to show them to you wet because of the formula, so that you can see. And look how nice and easy that went on. I love that. I love that about the Tom Ford formula. It applies really easily. The pigmentation is there, very smooth, very easy to work with. I'm just building this up all over the lid. Not that I want a soft wash, but I don't really want it too intense. But, you know, enough to where it looks good. So packing, and then I will, give it a soft little blend. I'm going to make sure I open my eyes and look straight ahead so that I have the shape that I'm looking for. I don't want to make this too blown out, but still want to make it nicely diffused. So by opening my eye, I can definitely make sure that I'm heading in the right direction. I really have been enjoying this palette. It's very approachable, and I know I told you already that the colors are nothing revolutionary, okay? But it's a beautiful color story, beautiful formula. So I have thoroughly been enjoying reaching for this palette. Since the last video, I have just solely been reaching for this, and I'm really enjoying it. This right here is a beautiful one and done, okay? The great thing is with a color like this, you can continue to build it up and make it a lot more intense, but I feel good with this. Beautiful application on the lid, very seamless, very blended, really pretty. So with my Hyaluronic Energizing Mist from Tom Ford in hand, and my number 3 brush, I'm going to go ahead and pack this shade. It's my favorite shade. You know why, it's pink. So I'm going to just pack this all over my brush. Okay, and then give it a light little tap off any excess. And I'm going to spray the brush. And then I'm going to lightly tap this right on the center of my lid. Now, the other option that you have is going with your finger. You're going to get a nice intensity as well, but I love the option of the wet dry. Whereas if you don't want to use your finger, or if you've got long nails, you know what I mean? So now I'm going to go back in with my number 11 brush and that darkest shade. And we're just going to retouch and make sure everything is blended and smooth, because no harsh lines are allowed. But I will say that these products work together really well, and You don't really have to worry too much about that, but I like to just perfect everything. Number 14. I'm going to go ahead into this lightest shade here, pack that on the brush. And I'm really, really tapping it because I don't want it too intense. I just want a little something. And this is going to go right on that inner corner. Again, I tapped off majority because I don't want it too intense, but I just want a little something. The number 12 from Tom Ford. I'm going to go into the darkest shade. And this I'm going to put right on the lower lash line. This is a more dramatic look, so it's okay. We're going to, you know, amplify it a little bit down below. And this, I know usually I just leave it on the outer portion, but this time we're doing the whole thing. And whatever I have left, I like to just bring it out. I'm not making a wing, but kind of a soft illusion of a wing. Now let's go in with our Cocoa from Tom Ford, the gel eyeliner. With the number 12 brush in hand and Cocoa, I'm going to put this in the waterline and then I'm going to smudge it. I do have time to play with these. I love that about this formula. You do have time to play with them and it's very creamy, but once they set, they set. Let's do a couple of coats of mascara. Definitely, you could totally do some beautiful lashes with this look because it's a little bit more dramatique, but still that Tom Ford sophisticated, you know? But I'm just going to do mascara for this. I feel I want to retouch that inner corner just a little, I'm still tapping off majority. I want just a little bit more. Just a little. I don't want to take away from that halo effect that we have going on. Okay, I'm going to leave it now. So here is our first, well, technically this is our third look from the quad that I'm able to share with you. Now, although this is a bit more of a dramatique look, it's still so Tom Ford, so sophisticated and wearable. I love it. Shadows blended really, really easily, very beautifully onto the lid. Very smooth. Yeah, gorgeous. I love it. Okay. Our next look, we're going to go in with the number 13. And I'm going to pick up the bronzy shade. This, I'm going to focus on the outer eye. Nice. And then blend it into the crease. Oops, sorry. Hello. This, I love this shade just as a one and done. And then when you wet it, it gets this gorgeous intensity, but it's still so pretty. It's gorgeous. Okay. So just building and blending. So I'm just going to clean that brush off, the number 13, and very lightly we're going to touch in on the darkest shade. Very little. See that? Tapping off that excess. Now, very little on that outer eye as well, just for a little touch more depth. And whatever's left, we'll blend that directly in the crease. Nice and easy. Again, that's what we love about our Tom Ford formula. Since we used a brush on this eye, I do want to go in with my finger into this lightest shade. Look at her. Look at this. It's so gorgeous. And I am going to just tap that all over. This is application. It's going to look a little rough. We're going to perfect it with a brush. I have nails, so I can't do what I would usually do, but I do want to show you how gorgeous this looks applied with the finger and how easy it is. That number 3 brush, the same one we used on this eye that we did damp, I have not done anything. I just cleaned it off. I'm going to go into that shade that I did apply with my finger and finish up the application. My nails won't let me be great and get in there, okay? So I'm gonna finish up with the brush, and I'm really getting in on the inner portion of my eye and bringing it upwards so that I get that nice opened eye effect. And light frosty shades like this do that very, very nicely. So yes, we love that. Touching up with the bronzy shade just a little bit. Clean off the brush, go into the darkest shade, and just nice and lightly tap that as well. Another gel eyeliner, this is the shade Cream. I'm going to apply that in the waterline on this eye. Back in with that number 12, I'm going to go into the bronzy shade. And this, I'm going to do right on the lower lash. And because why not? I'm going to go in with my Esom T05, this flat brush, into the darkest shade. I do love doing this with this shade, and this is really what I've been doing most when I've been using the palette with looks like this. I'm going to do a little wing. We love a little baby wing, yes we do. Let me grab the pencil brush, and I want more. So I'm going to pick up the lightest shade, the one we have all over the lid. Really going to pack it on there. Okay. And then I'm going to go in with my energizing mist, and I'm going to spray my brush. And I want more intensity right here. Yes. All right, time for mascara. And here is our fourth look, but for this video, second, from the Rose Exposed palette. I hope the camera's picking up how this shade has a little bit of a shift to it. And there are very fine little blue, purple, very fine little bits in there. Not bits. Monique. What is that? My brain won't give me the word right now, but you know what I'm talking about. Little shimmer particles. See, let's see if you can see. They shift blue and purple. They're so fine. A true micro. Okay? Yeah, let's see if you can see it a little bit. But on the lid, they're so gorgeous. A little bit more dramatic, but still super wearable and nice and frosty and bright and fun. I love an ice princess look. I do. I do. I was one that would wear white eyeshadow. And a little check-in on our flowers. We're still looking pretty good, still looking pretty intact, and I've been reaching for her. I mean, they're going down, but you know, listen, I loved the experience of the roses on my eyeshadow. How many times are you going to be able to say, hey, I used to have a palette that had rose embossing on it? You know what I mean? So enjoy it. Let your hair down, live a little, okay? So now that our eye looks are done, I'm going to share with you lip swatches, and then we'll do comparisons. Let's start off with the lip oil. Okay, so I'm just going to wipe everything off my lip. I did have my prep. This is my go-to for lip prep. This is from Dr. Dennis Gross. It's a lip plumper and a serum and all the things, and it's amazing, and yeah. So let's... Again, I love the shape of this because I can go direct like this to be more precise, or I can turn it where it curves, and that will literally hug your lip as you apply. So yeah. Or you can turn it around to the other side and be a little more precise. But we like a hug, so let's hug the lip. And that one dip covered my whole lip. So this does, like they did say in the description, have a little bit of a rose scent. Yeah. But it's not too aggressive. It's not too heavy. It's quite pleasant, but it's there. So here is the Rose Lip Oil Tint. Honestly, I'm not getting much of a tint, but this does feel very nourishing and hydrating, and it's not sticky at all. Yeah. This is a very easy prep your lip, put it over your lipstick, put it over a matte lipstick, put it over whatever you want. This is a nice everyday kind of product. No makeup kind of product, you know? Use it whenever. Very, very nourishing and comfortable. Okay, now lipsticks. And I gotta say, removing it, I do still feel nicely nourished. I don't feel like my lips are dry, which for me is a big deal. Chronic dry lip girly here. So here's the shade West Coast. Ooh. Let me give you a swatch of West Coast. One swipe of West Coast, and then let me build it up. There is a swatch of West Coast. One swipe, we love her. I knew I was gonna love this color. This is so pretty. Here is West Coast applied. Here it is swatched. So you can see how it looks in comparison to the swatch and the actual lipstick. Very comfortable. Very pretty. Ooh. This lip will go with either one of the eye looks. We love that. This is going to be a very wearable color. This is one of those colors that goes with everything, and I know you know which lipstick I'm immediately comparing this to. All right, hang tight. We'll get into the comparisons in just a moment, but we got to swatch the other lipstick. Impassioned. Here she is. This one is more red toned. Let me give you a swatch of her. Do one swipe. Nice. And then let's build it up. Okay. So creamy. This formula is outstanding. So here we are swatched, applied, and then the lipstick itself, so you can see all the details, all the things. What a gorgeous formula. So, so, so comfortable. You know, for a red, this is a bit more rich. You know, it's like, hey. I really like this. I don't wear reds enough, but I like this one a lot. Yes. Okay, we've got some comparing to do, so let's. This is always so fun to me. Oh, by the way, I went back in with West Coast. I really like this color. Okay, so I really love, like, this is so fun, all right? It's so fun to go and find lipsticks that are comparable. I have a type, so I definitely am going to have a good amount of colors to share with you that I feel are comparable to West Coast, so let's start with that, and then we'll compare the other color. So, Sugar Glider. I don't even know if they make this one anymore, but I have it, and I figured let's see. Yeah, no. Definitely a lot lighter, but I'm gonna swatch it side by side anyways. You know, doesn't hurt, right? Yeah, we're definitely very different. Yeah, this is no. It's like a mauvey pinkish nude sort of color. Next is Intimate Rose. You know, Tom Ford has like 1,000 variations of rose, clearly. So, yeah. At first, I was like, oh, comparable. No, these are not. I'm going to swatch it nonetheless. So here is Intimate Rose. No. No. Okay, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Okay, let's continue. This I thought was somewhat close, but we'll see. This is Casablanca. This is my most repurchased, most used lipstick. Yeah, no. Dang it. I really thought I had something there. But this is why comparisons are so important. Okay. Casablanca. These are very pinky versus this one that has a lot more warmth to it. Indian Rose, because I mean, Casablanca and Indian Rose are similar. Yeah, definitely more pinky, that Indian Rose. Okay, but let's swatch it nonetheless. So we have our visuals. I don't believe that I can say I have one yet. Open back. I kind of sort of maybe feel like this might be, no. Oh, okay, let's swatch and see. I really love this color too. It's so pretty. Wow. Okay, no, nothing yet. Now, immediately when I saw this, I thought of my favorite lipstick for 2024, my most used, 100/100. So let's see. No, wow, what? Yay, this is exciting. This is a good thing. It's a good thing, okay? I'm gonna put 100 right here because I don't know, I just need to see them side by side. Get that out my, yeah, no, wow. 100/100 is darker? Excuse me, how? Okay, so here's our full swatch. All right, so we have a side by side of West Coast and 100/100. You can totally see how much darker. But we have Sugar Glider, right? Is that the name? Yeah, Sugar Glider, Naked Rose, Casablanca, Indian Pink, Open Back, and again, that's 100/100. Huh. Okay, cool. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I promise I'm cool with that. I don't have that many reds to compare with our other shade, but it must be done. We must know. We must know. Let me start off with the most classic one, which is Scarlet Rouge. I don't have the full size of that one anymore. I have like a little sample that I use because I don't really use red, like I said. So let's see. There they are side by side. Let's Scarlet Rouge. Yeah, this is more of that true blue-based, brighter red versus this one that's a lot richer, deeper. It's like it pulls a little bit of burgundy, just a touch, and you can totally see it here beside the Scarlet Rouge. All right, next, Naked Rose. This is another red. Yeah, wow. Huh, interesting. Yeah, you can see that this one, it's definitely deeper. Okay, but let's see them side by side nonetheless. All right. All right, now this one is from the Cherry collection. This is Velvet Cherry. Wow. The Velvet Cherry might be, yep, the Velvet Cherry is deeper. So yes, the Velvet Cherry, yeah, Velvet Cherry is darker. More like a brown versus, what is this called? Impassioned, which is more like a burgundy red. But it's nice to see everyone side by side. So Scarlet Rouge, Naked Rose, and Velvet Cherry. This makes me happy. I don't have colors like this. Okay, yeah, there's some similarities, but not really. So we've got that out of the way. Yay. Let's do some comparisons for Rose Exposed Eye Quad. If there are any quads that I don't share a swatch comparison of, please let me know, and I will share on the community tab here so we can really dive deep and really, hey, if you think of something that I didn't, let me know. Okay, feeling pretty good. I pulled a few, well, a good amount of quads to compare. Let's start off with Virgin Orchid. I don't know. First glance, if it looks like something, let's just compare it, because why not? So let's do a quick side-by-side. This is definitely more purpley pink, Virgin Orchid, but I don't know. I feel like maybe if we swatch it, we'll better swatch it than not. Okay, so the pinks are, you know, the darkest. This one's definitely not. This is, yeah, no. Okay, if anything, these first two, the pinky one and the lightest shade, the only biggest difference is the lightest shade, and it's because this has more of that iridescent shifts with the micro glitters. But the pinks, hazy sensuality. I don't know. I kind of sort of want to see these swatched. Okay. I don't know. Let's just swatch it, okay? Yeah, it's that same, along the lines of the same color story, you know what I mean? So let's see. You've got a pink, you've got a bronze. Oh, okay. Wow, this shade here from Hazy Sensuality is very similar to the lightest shade here from the Rose Intense. It has the micro glitters that shift blue, purpley. The pink, I want to say it's a bit darker, and the bronze, I'm very glad that I put these side by side. I can see the similarities, but I can also see their differences. Okay, I don't know. Tropical Dusk? You see why I pull this? You can see why I pull this, right? Yeah. No. I mean, no. I think we can definitely agree no. And that's good. Moving on. Hear me out. Just hear me out, okay? I feel like this is just another one that we need to see side by side for seeing it side by side sake, okay? Disco Dust. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. All right, Honeymoon. This one was a requested one. Let's see it. Yeah, I think Honeymoon is definitely more rich and intense, but let's nonetheless, right? Where am I putting you? Let's keep going. Okay. If anything, I feel like the bronze, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. But we needed to see that side by side, so get it out the system. Forbidden Pink. I don't know. I feel like we need to see this one side by side too. No. No. Now, of course, we've got to see what Nude Dip looks like beside. And I want to see these two side by side each other. So, yeah, I'm going to put Nude Dip right here because we don't have any more space. But see, the thing about Nude Dip is just, she is superior. Yeah, there's Nude Dip. No, baby. Wow, that's a good thing. So of all of the ones that we swatched, I mean, you might have one shade that is like, oh, okay, I could see it. But for the most part, okay. I do really like that it's not a ton of pieces. Both lipsticks, the formula is fantastic, creamy, pigmented, and very beautiful colors. I love that the red, it's not just a regular blue-based red. It's a little bit more. It's a little bit more rich, very wearable, and it actually goes well with the color story from the eye quad. So I like that that was thought of with that color. And also West Coast, loving her. I do feel that I'll be able to give my 100/100 lipstick a break finally and go ham with West Coast. Really, really like that. And again, the formula, love it. And this, I definitely feel, okay, let's say you already have this, you've got an extra one, or you just got this one. It's the same thing. It's definitely the same thing. The tints look, you can see that this one has a lot more of a pinkier tint, but on the lips, I don't really see a difference. But the actual formula is the same. Very good. Really nice formula. Very luxe, very extra. Love the packaging. Yes, please and thank you. And I'm so, so, so happy that I was able to come back and share more looks with you from this eye color quad. I've been reaching for her. She's front and center on my vanity. This has been a go-to. I love, like, I really love that every single shade can be a one and done. Blends beautifully, pigmented. I love that I still have my roses. I know I'm eventually going to get down to none, but I really want the palette to use it. But it is gorgeous, beautiful experience. Nothing revolutionary with the color story, as I've stated prior, but I'm enjoying it, and I love the looks that I was able to create. But let me know what you guys think. Let's continue this conversation down below. And thank you so much for spending your time with me today. Happy Tom Ford Tuesday, everyone. Take a minute and give today's video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. I will see you very, very soon. Happy 2025 again. Stay beautiful, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.